like you to tell us just what happened here. Folks, this...
Dave Brown scratched.
Yes. Now, this is a very beautiful... if I saw this, I'd say, hey, look, what a Slingerland Black Beauty. Look at that. That's amazing. But tell us the story about it.
Okay, a year ago at the show, the Chicago show, Dave Brown asked me if I would like to buy the shell, and it was just a shell with lugs, no engraving on it. It was nickel plated. It did, however, say Slingerland USA. That was original on there.
So that was just an artist model, a standard artist model
Standard artist
shell?
model from late 20s, nickel plated.
Okay.
Had one or two small extra holes in it, and so he was kind enough to sell it to me, and I thought, I think I'll send it to Adrian Kirschler, have him work his magic on it. I located the missing hoops. I just happen to have some of these, and they're kind of hard to find. I had an original strainer, had original tension rods, so everything on here, and a butt plate, everything's original. What he did do was he totally replated it in black nickel, and then he hand engraved an exact duplicate of the original engraving pattern that Slingerland did back in the late 20s.
So he just basically continued the process that Slingerland would have done,
yeah,
turning that shell into what makes a Slingerland Black Beauty a Slingerland Black Beauty, right?
It kind of falls into a weird category. Is it a restoration? Is it a reproduction? It's kind of both, because the parts were all original, the shell was original. It was just, it's like the clothing.
Yeah.
Is new clothing on it.
Well, I think it really pertains to our Slingerland Black Beauty story that we've been kind of following along here for the last couple of years. Joe last year blew me away with his Slingerland Black Beauty that he brought, and then informs me that he has another one at home that's in even better condition than the one last year. And I showed last year this one, which was discovered. I think we all remember talking about this. It was technically number 13. Well, now this year, here's my surprise for everyone. We want to introduce, I guess we're going to have to say, this is remnants or parts of
the beginning.
Number 14. None of these guys have seen this, so I would like all of you to comment on what I need to do to finish this. This came from Canada. Someone contacted me and said they saw Dave Brown and I in one of our videos about Slingerland Black Beauties, and went to his closet, dug this out, and said, I believe I have parts of maybe the possibly the 14th Slingerland Black Beauty, and now, yeah, or the 14th, he's saying, by 514, yes, 5 by 14. So this is what there is. There's the shell and the two hoops, which are not pictured here. I just received this drum yesterday, okay? Unfortunately, I couldn't pick it up, so it's there waiting for me. But I did get him to send me these pictures, and we want everybody to take a look at the condition, and just let's decide together what needs to be done to number 14 to bring it to either this state, like Mark Cooper's, or to maybe this state, or let's get some opinions of what it should be. We have to locate the extra hardware that's missing. Now, Adrian Kirschler could fabricate all this stuff if need be, but I'd rather not go that route. So if you guys can help out with that, I sure could use the help. So take a look at those shots. Tell me the condition you think it's in and what is needed. Okay?
There's only one shot, right, Jim? This is it?
What's that?
Are there other shots in this too?
Yeah, well, they're pretty much the same.
They're the
I just
same,
told him
okay.
to turn the drum. Come on over, Bun. Take a look.
Forget it.
See, it's got a, I mean, it's, you know.
It's real.
It's an acrylite.
Well, here, if you want to see.
Okay, no, it's...
There's the
Okay.
engraved Slingerland USA.
What plating's on the hoops, Jim?
I have the mic.
Yes, the plating is on the hoops, but
Is it out gold on the hoops? Is it nickel?
yes, but I haven't been able to inspect them myself, and I don't have photographs. I don't know how bad it is.
They are out gold.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So, but I mean, this is got a lot. It's seen a lot of. Look at all these chips and everything. So, I guess it would have to go to Adrian to be. What do you think? Leave it.
Okay, I'll start. I have the mic.
Go ahead.
Boy, in the early days of collecting, John Aldrich, would come across a Black Beauty, and at that time he only thought there were a handful in the world.
Right.
Turns out there's a lot more.
Uh-huh.
But back then, what we would do is we totally strip them and clean them up, and we try to make them look like new.
Okay.
Now we're kind of lamenting that fact because they're too shiny. So what I would do, I try to keep it as original as possible and do the less. Because even if you watch shows like Antique Roadshow and stuff, they bring in Stickley furniture or whatever. Oh, we refinished it. Well, you just dropped the price in half. So I always say try to keep it. It's the history of the drum. It's what it's been through.
Okay.
Try to keep it as original as possible. Clean it up, oil, and
then just grade it and say it's
Yeah.
chipped, and wherever that falls, like the ones you showed me when we were looking at yours along with Steve Maxwell last year. That was a beautiful one, and you said the other one you have is in even better shape.
yeah, they're
So
both very close though.
I told Bun last year, I said, hey, maybe we could get everybody together and kind of grade these, find out whose was first. He said, good luck. He said, good luck if you can get everybody and
Jim,
try to get that information.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think I have the answer.
There we go.
I'm the winner.
He's the winner.
Winner or wiener?
The winner.
Okay, you're the winner.
The winner, yes. Now, Bun, yours.
And it's gold.
You sold yours, what, 10 years ago? You had a Slingerland Black Beauty.
I had one when there was only one.
Okay.
Then
so,
someone made 13 more. I don't know how this happened.
It was really valuable.
No, the way to do it is to restore with available parts, or restore or maybe not refinish. And the guy that probably does it best in the country and has the best batch of parts and stuff happens to be sitting right next to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hand off to Mike.
Well, what I would do,
Okay.
I would, first of all, I'd get some simple green. It just takes all the grime off of it. And then, what I've been successful, I use this stuff called Classic. It's car polish, but it's very light, and it polishes the lacquer, but doesn't eat it, wear it down. Then take a look at it and see if you're happy. I have a 6.5 like this.
Okay.
The lacquer was all checked and just horrible. I stripped the lacquer off and had it re-lacquered just because I had to do it. It
Okay.
looked too
The
ugly.
chips
What
and
about
all.
this one? I wouldn't do it with this one though. The lacquer?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't
I
know.
think with a little polish, you can polish that up,
Yeah.
and then it'll look nice. And then you've left it. You got the original shell.
I'm looking for the parts where the grandfather tried to
Oh
scrub
yeah,
it, and
yeah,
it was
right
there was
isn't that it?
a little bit here. We see some squirrel marks here.
Grandpa was
Near
Have
the
a little
butt-
Yeah.
near the
steel
butt
wool
plate.
on it.
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but this is
SOS.
I'm stuck with this. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So there's three ways you can go. A little lemon oil or 3-in-1, and just see what it looks like. Then, then that's the lowest, and then that little polish just to kind of brighten it up, but you're not getting rid of the lacquer. And this is how I do it.
Yeah.
It's nice to get that top layer of
Yeah,
the lacquer,
yeah.
which holds the dirt
Yeah.
and the crud.
Yeah,
I
this
see.
is by far. I don't consider me an expert on this. There's
And I
guys
am-
like Jack Lawton that do this stuff. They restore drums like champs. I found what works for me. My
Okay.
own little way.
It's just that on engraved drums like this, I have zero experience. The only other one I have is Bunny's Black Elite that he sold me the first year I came to the drum show. He signed ahead, and that's the first time we met. I still have that. It has that plum color.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's all I know about,
that's what I
about
would do with
engraved
that.
Black
Yeah.
Beauty type drums
Yeah.
and how to care for them.
Yeah.
So when this came along to me, I knew to get it into the community somehow. And I think as a collective group here, it'd be nice if we could all sort of be in on how to fix this up.
The question is going to be when you start replacing the parts that aren't
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
what do you do with them? How do you treat them? Do you want them to look aged? Or if you put new parts,
I would like them to be age
it's going to
appropriate.
look a little weird if they're
Yeah.
shiny as this.
Right.
The rims aren't bad.
Now,
Yeah.
just to move along here, Dave Brown, there was the fabulous story with Dave Brown and Mike was in on this, when you found the painted 6.5. That's more incredible than this story. I mean, this is a mess, but that's the only other shell that I know that has been found. All the others were complete drums, right?
Basically, I didn't have a choice with the 6.5 because there was that much junk on it. It was covered in paint, and then over the paint was sticky tape. So I either left it like that or did something about it. And my decision was to take the paint off, see what was underneath, and once all the paint and the gunge had been taken off, it basically got sent to Adrian. Adrian did his magic on it. As Mike suggested before, as Mike said before, he put something inside the engraving to stop the black nickel going inside, and then obviously when the black nickel's dry, he takes the solution out, hey presto, your engraving is as good as new. So I really didn't have a choice as far as my drum was concerned. But this one, I think there's also another possibility of what happens when that drum does get sold. If the person that buys it doesn't want to do anything with it, then should it stay like that? Or if the person that buys it wants to have it redone, you know, to a standard like Mark's drum, then they've also got that option. I think that should be considered as well.
I see. But in your case, with the painted shell that you found, did you have lugs? Did you have Adrian fabricate lugs?
No, everything was on that. The only thing that was missing on that drum was the lever. Everything else was there.
I see.
No, I tell a lie. The lever and one tension rod and one clip. Everything else was there on the drum.
Okay, and I think I have pictures of that. We're going to post that on the site
Yeah.
here. So
Is this it?
Dave.
Yeah, it is.
That's
this is it, right? This is Dave's
Yeah,
finished
these are
product.
No, that's the 5,
That's the
Mark.
5.
That
Okay,
isn't the
that's not-
6.5.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
This is I remember this, and we did feature this one a few years ago when we did an earlier interview with Dave. But the numbers are growing, to tell you the truth. Now, the only other thing we have here is Mark would like to show you a catalog that's pretty interesting too. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, this is the first Slingerland product catalog from 1928. Thanks. Go ahead. First catalog from 1928 and featuring the Slingerland Black Beauty. And a lot of people think Ludwig came up with the name Black Beauty. They didn't call it that until the early 30s in their catalogs. And Slingerland was the first to use that term, Black Beauty. So it's.
Is that an original or a repro?
This is a reproduction catalog. That's why it's in such great shape. And there you have it.
So Slingerland didn't trademark the name,
No,
because they could have went after Ludwig with the name.
exactly. Yeah, you
Even
think
for
they
a
would
drum
have?
that didn't exist.
You think they would have done that?
Yeah,
because
right.
because
Right.
Slingerland was kind of having that done to them by Ludwig on occasion.
Huh. That's something. Dave,
Yep.
that accent. Is that Arkansas?
Arkansas via Wigan.
What town are you from in England?
Well, I got to tell you, this has been truly a pleasure with all of you because every year we get together and the group, as you can see, is growing. But we've had a lot of interesting things to show you, and I suggest you strongly look at VintageDrumStock.com to see where we go with number 14. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're all kind of in on this, and we'll be talking about what to do, where to get the hardware to finish this thing off, how to proceed. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping me out and doing these interviews with me because the vintage drum community really appreciates it. That's the feedback I've been getting. They love seeing Bunny Carlos talking about what he's done because they don't get to see him. They just hear about him. Here they can hear what he sounds like. Nobody's even ever heard him play drums. Huh? But, yeah. But it's a pleasure of mine. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you all next year. Good job, guys. Vintage Drums Talk out. We'll see you in the next.